Hey folks, this is Grumpy Chuck here. I want to make just a quick video about voting in the upcoming election, or voting in any election that you're able to vote in the U.S., or more specifically about those of you who don't vote. Now this is kind of a video response to Tommy from the Bronx. It kind of stirred this up in me, so I'm going to attach it to Tommy's video. But this is for any of you who don't vote, who kind of sit out there and you know, you have your opinion about how things are going, or maybe you don't even have an opinion about how things are going in the United States, how it's going with the current administration, you know, and then in the next breath, for those of you who do this, say, well, my vote is wasted. I don't like either candidate. It's just a waste of time. Well, let me tell you, a wasted vote is a vote that is not cast. It's not one that is cast. And though we in the United States currently live under a two-party system, that doesn't mean you can't go and cast a vote for someone who you think should be president. I've done it in quite a few past presidential elections, that I have written in someone who I think would be a good president because I didn't like who was being offered in the, you know, by the Democrats or the Republicans. Now, a lot of you might say, well, you're just throwing your vote away by doing that. I beg to disagree. I think by doing that, and if a lot of other people did do that, that it would be a statement in saying, I don't like this two-party system. Among other things, the most important thing is, I voted for who I wanted. Not just who was put in front of me. Now, there has been most times that I voted for one of the two candidates, mostly Democrat, as you guys probably know. But, you know, to sort of bitch and moan about there's no one to vote for, and the country's going down the tubes, and you know, I don't, you know, my vote is wasted and stuff. You know, if you don't vote, in my book, you don't rate in opinion to me, just from the fact that you didn't vote. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and kind of go, well, you know, you should finish all the food on your plate because there's a lot of people starving in Africa. I used to hate that when my mother did that to me. But the fact is that there are many other countries that millions and millions of people do not have the right or the privilege to vote. And we do, and this is what makes our country great. This is one of the things that makes it great. But to in a cavalier way, nah, just to throw that out, nah, I'm not going to vote. What does that say about all of the men and women in the U.S. history that have fought for your right to vote? I don't throw that away lightly. So, just a couple of thoughts. Go out and vote. If you're eligible to vote, go out and vote. Do what many believe is your duty as a U.S. citizen. So, this is Chuck signing off.